Tonight, the largest of 3 migrant caravans has resumed its slow journey through southern Mexico after a state governor there suddenly pulled his offer to provide buses. The closest group still some 700 miles away from the U.S. border. But the military is already fanning out across southern Texas.
A lot of people talk about there's a caravan coming. In this area, in McAllen, we see a caravan a week.
Chris Cabrera is a longtime Border Patrol agent who says this region has seen a surge in undocumented migrants, now up to 5,000 a week. You believe these troops will help?
I believe they will help, but I do not believe it is the final solution. I think it's more of a patch, but we need to get that final solution, and that needs to be done through Congress.
The new troops are now reinforcing this international bridge, part of the first wave of up to 15,000 that President Trump says will help keep the migrants out.
An enormous fraud is being perpetrated on the American people.
McAllen resident Mariana Trevino-Wright says she's a registered Republican who voted for President Trump, but now strongly disagrees with this show of force in her own backyard.
Why do you think this is happening now?
It's happening now because of the midterms.
The U.S. Department of Homeland Security says about half of the migrants are single men and at least 270 have criminal histories. But many are women and children who say they are fleeing rampant gang violence in Central America. This woman's so desperate, she's planning to rejoin the caravan tonight, just a day after giving birth. Estimates of the caravan sizes vary widely, but according to Mexican and Salvadorian officials, they include about 8,000 people. Here at the Texas border, we expect more troops over the coming days, even though those caravans are likely weeks away.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.